swinging against bullies targeting his daughter. Julianne speaks out for the first time since her big win on Oscar night from her new flick about the twisted side of Tinseltown.
I don't believe this. My crazy assistant just bled on my $12,000 couch.
To a real-life superstar she wants you to meet. Plus, how can you fix your furniture with a walnut? Why will a salad spinner slash your laundry time in half? Find out about life hacks that will blow your mind. This is The View with Whoopi, Nicole Wallace, Rosie Perez, and today's sitcom star Cristela Alonzo jumping in the co-host chair. It all starts now.
Welcome to The View, y'all. Welcome to The View.
Hot crowd, hot
It's a hot crowd. You see Mother Man and his love.
I see Mother Man.
Do stand up, baby, the two of you, because you're so good looking. Girl, you better stand up. Stand up and wave to the people, girl. I just had to say it. I'm just so pleased to see y'all.
Their anniversary, and he's a good husband because she loves The View, and he brought her here for the anniversary. Congratulations.
We like that. That's it. That's it. So as you can see, joining us as our guest co-host is the crazy star of ABC's Cristela. Cristela Alonzo. You're looking good. So let's just start this off because Hillary Clinton is being accused of violating federal law while she was Secretary of State because she only used her personal email account at work. Now, she's taken heat for possibly exposing sensitive information to hackers and for never setting up a government email address required by the Federal Records Act.
Yeah, that is one of the requirements.
Yeah.
You have to have an official email. I had one for the 8 years I worked for President Bush. And the reason is so that they're retained and that they end up in a library. And the person who should know this is Hillary Clinton because all of her emails from when she was First Lady and when her husband was president are in the library in Arkansas.
Well,
so
maybe that's why she didn't set it up.
Yeah, well, she's really good at it. Listen, here's the thing with the Clintons. Like, everything gets out always.
Yeah.
So it's inexplicable to me why she didn't just set one up. And it speaks to me, what a lot of people will start projecting onto her campaign, that once again, they're going to trip themselves up. So
I just don't understand why it's being brought up now. How come no one checked her prior? You know, for 4 years, she had a private email account. And I love Hillary, but this is not going to look good.
Yeah, it just speaks to incompetence and the incompetence of the people around her. I mean, you can easily find all these emails because she emailed other secretaries of state who had government accounts, so you can just check their government's records. So it's not like she, you know, hid the banana or anything, but it just speaks to the incompetence of the people around her.
Please don't go there.
We're talking about the Clintons. Go ahead.
No, can't do it. They're friends. Can't do it. No, Bill, not.
You know, she's so formidable. This isn't going to, like, topple her from her, you know, crown of probably being the Democratic nominee for president, but it just looks bad.
Yeah.
Can you just imagine getting an email about Benghazi from Lovely Lady 73 at Hotmail? That's just so weird.
Exactly.
Like, I love puppies at Yahoo. Like, hey, serious stuff going on. It's kind of weird.
Exactly.
The question is really still, why didn't anybody say anything? Why didn't the what is it called, the federal government of emails or whatever the hell it is?
Email cops.
Why didn't they say, hey, you can't just have your own email, Miss Thing. You need to have a government email.
Yeah.
And Jeb Bush took a jab at her as well.
Well, yeah, because he put everything out.
No, he didn't, though. That's the thing. He didn't put everything.
Everything but his mother's address.
He released.
He didn't release his mother's address, but
I
pretty much
worked for him when I was 25, and I had stupid emails like, I can't find your house, where, you know, it's dark out. I mean, my emails are in there when I was his press secretary and I was 25. So he did put put everything out.
He put some stuff out. I mean, actually, I read that he did select certain things from his terms, but he did omit a couple emails, whether they were important or not. That's completely a different point.
I'm going to chain you to a chair and make you read every last one of them. He put out 8 years of the most, you know, wonky.
He put out a length of term that was 8 years, but not everything from the 8 years. That's what I read.
Well, what about this? Because it's closer to home. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, who promised complete transparency in his administration, is under fire for a policy where all his employees' emails are deleted after 90 days, which I actually think is a good idea.
No, it's not. This is where there's smoke. No, wait a minute. Where there is smoke, there is fire. Right now, he shut down a huge investigation that he spearheaded, that he started for transparency and to end corruption up in Albany. He shut it down. That was questionable within itself.
Right.
And they were saying that he shut it down because the investigation led to the arrest of Sheldon Silver, who is our former Speaker of Assembly. And for him to all of a sudden say, you know what, I think that we need to delete all emails after 90 days is highly questionable at this time.
It may be.
And I just think that where there's smoke and fire. I am a Cuomo fan. This doesn't look good either.
It doesn't look good, but I will tell you, having, you know, just sort of walked through an experience with somebody who had emails from several years ago that don't reflect who they are now, I just think you should be able to shut them down. I think after 90 days, because people read.
Delete your stuff?
I do. I delete everything because.
Do you delete?
I can't read it.
I don't delete everything. There is a 7-year statute of limitations. I don't think that it's wise to shut down after 90 days. This is our government. Things have been running. Corruption runs amok. If something can be found in an email and then it's deleted, you don't have any case. You don't have any evidence there. But if it's held over for 7 years,
but
hold it for 7 years after the statute of limitations.
Well, see, I'm not a fan because you read emails. Nobody reads emails often in the way that they're sent. So I prefer, if you're going to corrupt me, call me. Okay? Don't email me.
You are incorruptible.
I'm corruptible.
I don't delete emails.
I'm corruptible.
I don't delete emails at all. I keep them like a scrapbook. I had a hot guy tell me I was pretty in 2003, still in my inbox. Still in my inbox.
Love it.
Still in my inbox. I get sad, I eat ice cream. I'm like, let's go see what Jeff told me back in 2003.
Well, you're going to love this then, because former baseball great Curt Schilling went to bat against online trolls who were bullying his daughter with comments so nasty you can't even show them to you. Curt exposed some of their identities, which led to people getting suspended from school and fired from their jobs. And he has an answer for anyone who thinks he went too far. Take a look.
Anybody that reads it and says it's just a joke, I know a couple things for a fact. They're not fathers of kids. It wasn't a mistake. It was a conscious decision to be an idiot and to say some pretty evil stuff. You know, I'll do everything I can do to not embarrass her, but I'll never not protect her.
Oh, I love that. I love that. You know, we talked about Twitter here yesterday about how they're starting to take moves in the right direction in the war against terrorism. Where they should take more aggressive action is in ratting out people who are bullying kids and driving young kids, teens and young kids, to, I mean, there are teen suicides over people that get bullied online. And Twitter could do a hell of a lot more to help parents police the internet and people tweeting things about their kids.
I can even take that a step further. How about we do it for everybody?
Everybody.
Yeah.
How about everybody gets some protection? Because these people are crazy. You know.
And they're cowards. They are cowards.
Well,
I mean,
anytime you're just an egg, you're a coward.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Yeah. Listen, the president and first lady, because, you know, they're just, they're egg. Anonymous. Yes. You know, if you can't say what you need to say to me and show me your face when you tell me I look like crap, I want to see what you look like. I think that's fair, right? You know, the president and the first lady just launched a new global initiative called Let Girls Learn to help the 62 million girls around the world that are not in school right now. And Rosie, you do amazing things with students. What's your feel about this?
I think that it's fantastic. I think that we have a lot of problems here in the United States in regards to public education. That said, we are very privileged in regards to the rest of the world. And a lot of these terrible terrorist organizations shoot young girls in the head for going to school.
Yep.
They rape them. They enslave them as sex slaves because they go to school. And so for this initiative to take place now, I think it's a wonderful and beautiful thing. And because statistics have shown that if you educate a person, specifically a female, the early childbirth will drop. They will have better access to health care. They will have better access to opportunities to employ themselves and to
employ other people.
Other people. So this is fantastic. This is the reason Boko Haram, what Boko Haram means, bad education, bad books, excuse me. They want to purposely take away education from women because they clearly understand that if women are educated, they will take power.
That's right.
And so this is why this is so important.
And they've
I
seen
would
it.
just say, I know we have to go, but really quick, you know, First Ladies' initiatives tend to be the things that legacies are built of. So Barbara Bush, you know, when George Bush, the first President Bush was president, she took on literacy. Laura Bush took on this education of the girls who were repressed under the Taliban. The Bush Center is still working on those initiatives. I would bet you that Michelle Obama and President Obama will be working on this initiative for decades to come.
Good.
Definitely.
Good, because it's not like it's gone away. Not like us. A story. Justin Bieber is getting roasted next week. And he's calling out one of his biggest public enemies to join in. He tweeted Seth Rogen, I'm still your biggest fan, even after the interview. That's dedication. Roast me. Would you take the bait if you were he?
No.
No, Seth Rogen is too good. He's too smart, too funny, and too quick. And he might not get roasted, he might get burnt. You know, and I don't know. That is a dangerous
How quick
thing.
can you be if the North Koreans try to kill you from North Korea? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
Listen,
One-on-one with
this
Seth
is a
Rogen, you
strategist.
cannot-
I think this might be a move for
Bieber's
Seth
trying to be
Rogen.
relevant. I think Bieber's
I
trying to be
understand it, but I
relevant.
don't know.
Any attention is good attention, so he wants Seth Rogen to roast him because Justin Bieber has become such a laughingstock. I mean, the idea of doing a roast when every day on the internet is a roast for Justin Bieber is ridiculous.
Yeah,
He's
what do
just
you
trying
even
to stay in the
roast him
spotlight.
for? He's such a tool. We read his
Exactly.
I know.
Bieber, you just got roasted by Nicole.
Yeah.
And I had to Google you, babes. I had to Google you.
My poor little friend, he's just trying to find himself, y'all.
I agree. He's just young and he's just trying to find himself.
Trying to find himself.
Oh, so he's had like 15 years. He's driven drunk in the process. Where's he looking? I mean, this guy, I think.
Oh, no, you know, young people, do dumb stuff. They do dumb stuff in order to be older.
But
and
smart young people
We didn't
learn.
say, well, they do learn sometimes.
He doesn't learn. He's going to be 40 and he's still going to be doing dumb stuff. Mark killing him. I don't know much about the Biebs, but
The Biebs.
when he's 40, he'll still be a tool. Mark my words.
No.
All right, well, if I'm here, I'll look. I hope I'm looking at you. Call me if you find out anything. You know, talking about interesting tools, the artist who painted... Did it come out your nose? Yes. This is one of my favorite things, is to get people to laugh when have liquid come out of their nose. You know, the artist who painted Bill Clinton's presidential portrait for the National Gallery is admitting he slipped in a Monica Lewinsky reference. He says he used a blue dress to cast a shadow on the mantle while painting it as a nod to her infamous dress. I mean, did he need to come out with all of that? Would anybody? I mean,
I don't think so.
What the hell?
No. I mean, look, we all make mistakes. Can you imagine a portrait of me with someone that I regret hooking up with, like standing in the back? I don't want a reminder of that. We all make mistakes. He did some amazing things in his presidency. Why remember that? Why don't we focus on the positive things? Why do we have to focus on that?
Well, and you know what's so interesting? I mean, I laugh because the whole notion that Bill Clinton's sex life is going to be an issue in Hillary Clinton's campaign is ludicrous to me. But you do hear Democrats talking about it, that Democrats want to hear her address. I feel like she answered.
Answer. You know, get over it, Democrats.
She became Secretary of State after it.
And wait, but during it, Bill Clinton had a 67% approval rating, public approval rating, the week he was impeached. No, I mean, like, while it happened, he didn't pay a political price. So the notion that some artist is still mad about it is crazy.
I know.
Well, here's the thing for me is that Monica Lewinsky, she keeps getting dragged back into this over and over and over. She's tried to move on. She wrote a wonderful article in Vanity Fair about it. And it's like, this man's just sticking it to her. That was not a good idea.
That was not good. Okay, we're moving.
No.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Rosa Perez, ladies and gentlemen, Rosa Perez. Doing stand-up. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
You just got roasted by Rosie.
That's right. I think that's what we should be saying today. That's the little thing that should appear. You just got roasted by. Listen, speaking of roasted, Lance Bass has been dying to travel into space for over a decade. And Larry Wilmore asked him, no, it's true. And Larry Wilmore asked him on The Nightly Show if he would let the owner of Chick-fil-A finance him, who's been vocally anti-gay marriage. He said he would take their money because, quote, the first out gay in space is way bigger than hate chicken.
Oh, God, I love that hate chicken, though. The pickles, it's so good. Is it hate chicken?
That's not the name of it, Nicole.
No. You mean Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
No, here's what happened.
I didn't know it was hate chicken.
A gentleman, the gentleman that...
I love it. I take my kids there. They have a playground.
It's a group. Listen, this is what happened.
It's a great place.
The owner of Chick-fil-A came out a couple of years ago with some anti-gay. Well, yes. In a way, I suppose he's very gay. I don't know. I haven't met him. Okay. But he came out with some really sort of anti-gay speech, rhetoric. And everybody said, you know what, we're going to boycott you until you get your stuff together.
Oh, I didn't get the memo.
So, but here's what happened. A year later, he said, look, I was speaking for myself, not for my company, not for the company. Because we have a lot of gay folks that work for us. I was speaking personally. Then everybody said, oh, okay, if you were just talking for yourself, let me have a couple of Chick-fil-A's right now. That's what happened. I love a Chick-fil-A.
Right?
Oh, my God.
On Monday, they're so good.
I wish they would come to, well.
They're in Danbury.
Well, they're at NYU, but you can't get to them.
You can't get to them.
I know, I'm salivating. Hey.
And you look creepy in the student cafeteria.
I know.
Is that
Hi, is Chick-fil-A here? Here are my books. We'll be right back with even more Hot Topics.
Your daily dose of adorable is scheduled to land right after this.
Information.
Yeah, and we also know that Netanyahu is talking today to the Congress. We'll talk about that tomorrow. We just wanted to let y'all know we're on top of stuff, but we're having a good time, so we didn't want to break it up. An article posted in Elite listed 7 reasons why it's good to sleep naked, including you'll sleep better, probably have more sex, and you can air out your
lady parts.
Well, that could be these, that could be anything.
Oh, no, they're talking about
vagina,
that.
you can air out your vagina. That's what they were saying. Because they said that because the temperature, no, seriously, the temperature inside apparently is like the rainforest. I swear to God.
do you have to sleep in where you air it out?
Oh, I can tell you. I sleep like this all the time.
Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. Oh, God.
Hey, now.
Oh, God,
I do.
What, a lazy boy?
Oh, yeah. I got me a little roll. I put my legs up. I go like this way. I tell you, it's kind of like the rainforest. People fall out all the time. You know? In a new documentary. In a new documentary, NBA star Kobe Bryant revealed that things got so hot for him under the public spotlight, he created an alter ego to separate his personal and professional lives. And he named his alter ego the Black Mamba. He talks about this in the documentary, which you saw, yes?
I saw it last night. It's called Muse. I thought it was really good. The only thing that I had a problem with, but I understood because he has children, he did not refer to the rape allegations that were dropped. He didn't refer to it as such. He referred to it as the incident and how deeply it affected his life and changed him as a man. That said, I just want people to understand how great Kobe Bryant is as a basketball player. He passed Michael Jordan on the all-time scoring list.
Yeah.
And Kobe Bryant currently sits on number 3, trailing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Karl Malone. Yeah. And he also has the record for the most missed shots in the NBA history. I had to get that in, Kobe. I'm sorry.
No.
But it was a good documentary, but it was very interesting because I personally think that he was thinking of his children. Because one day his children will
watch it, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Or they'll watch this. Disney's animated film Tinkerbell and the Legend of the Never Beast was just released on DVD, Blu-ray, and thanks to our parent company, Disney, members of the studio audience are going home with a copy. And we will be right back with the amazing Julianne Moore.
She just brought home Oscar gold, and Julianne Moore is taking a victory lap on The View and introducing you to a real-life winner next.
She just took home the gold on Oscar night, has a new movie, Maps to the Stars, out, and today she's putting someone in the spotlight who really deserves it. Please welcome my friend Julianne Moore. At 11:57 at night. I fell asleep at 10, and then my husband Mark woke me up. He's like, "It's Julie, she won." I'm like, "Oh, that's so great." Then I went back.
So late, right? It's ridiculous.
Were you dying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a long, as you know, it's a very long night.
Very long night.
Very long
Yeah.
night. Yeah.
Sounds longer than it needs to be.
I have to just say, you looked the most stunning of everybody there, the boys and the girls. And it was so cute that Bart, your husband, walked you up.
Wasn't he amazing?
Oh, well, he's amazing to look at, too. And it was...
Because he knows I'm afraid. He knows I'm afraid of falling. I'm afraid of tripping on my dress and falling down and like skinning my knee or breaking my teeth or whatever. And so I stood up and suddenly he was like, "I'm gonna." Well, it might. It might.
I agree.
Yeah, but he was great. He was so gracious and I love him.
Yeah. We all love him.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I'm sorry, baby. I'm so glad. So glad.
Wonderful performance.
So glad. Just had to say that.
Thanks. Anyway.
So, and now you're currently starring in a new movie.
That's right.
And it's called Maps to the Stars, in which you play a really toxic,
She's a terrible person.
baiting Hollywood actress and a Hollywood star. And many say that the film is poking fun at Hollywood. Do you agree?
You know, yes and no. I think really it's more about dysfunctional families, and it's about people who are looking to the outside world to be validated, to be seen. When in fact the only way you can really truly be seen is in an intimate relationship with another person. Right. So you see all these dysfunctional families where everyone's looking outwards rather than hang out, you know, like that. So
do you feel like it humanizes? You're trying to humanize the characters so people understand that we're just
someone.
human?
Yeah, I mean, she's someone who's obviously been very badly parented, and all she really wants. Say the least. And all she really wants, I mean, all of her stuff's all about her mother. It's about her dead mother. She keeps seeing her mother's ghost, and you know, I know, right?
But the week you won an Oscar, I watched this movie about you playing a fading actress, and it was very, you know, incredible acting on your part.
Thank you. I mean, really, I've had a great year and had wonderful opportunities, and I feel very grateful to have had them.
And we met when you made Game Change, for
Game
which
Change.
you won every award that there was for one. And I remember when I saw it screened, I said, "Oh, she's going to win the Oscar," and they're like, "No,
she can't."
On HBO. So I was glad to see that the Oscar I predicted a few years ago.
I love that.
You didn't say what year. You didn't say
that's right.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Now, you have someone here with you today, and I think this is so you, because you've always taken on great roles for women, and you've always taken on issues as an activist, and now you're doing something about it. Can you tell us about it?
I'm here to talk about L'Oreal's Women of Worth program, which celebrates women making a difference in their lives and their communities by giving back to others. And it's a really, really wonderful program. They're celebrating their 10th anniversary. And basically, it allows people to nominate women that they know that they think are making a huge difference in their lives. And then there's a big celebration at the end of the year where there are 10 finalists. And today we have the winner, last year's winner. Phyllis Sudman is right there.
Hi,
So she's our-
Phyllis.
There are amazing values that come out of this initiative, and somebody said these are what you're trying to instill in your kids. And what did they mean by that?
Well, I think that, you know, that we're all part of a community and that we all are responsible for each other, and it's important to find a way to give back, you know, no matter what you're doing, and find a way to celebrate people's lives and what's important, you know, and all of these women are doing such phenomenal work, really, really phenomenal work. It's such a lovely evening where we get to kind of celebrate them and talk about what they're doing.
And Phyllis, what you're doing made me cry just reading about it. Can you talk about what you're doing and why you're doing it? It's so personal.
Sure, thank you. 10 years ago, I put my son Simon down for a nap, and he was 3 months old, and he never woke up. And so thanks to our pediatrician, my husband and I got our hearts checked, and I was diagnosed with a heart condition. And what we learned is about 15% of all SIDS death is attributed to a heart condition. And so with Simon's Fund, we're really focused in letting parents know that sudden cardiac arrest isn't just an adult thing, and that thousands of kids, not just babies, are dying to detectable and treatable heart conditions. And so really thanks to L'Oreal and Women of Worth, I'm now able to share my story, and we're going to be able to check more hearts and save more lives.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's fantastic, right?
Yeah, that's so amazing. I have to ask you, though, all of the things and all of the people that you connect with, both in your actress side and in your activist side, are so completely perfect and so compelling. How do you juggle all of that and your two perfect children?
Thank you. Yes, my children are perfect.
Very daunting.
They are
very
so
daunting,
perfect.
though. I mean, this is
I
incredible.
feel lucky, you know. I mean, I feel incredibly fortunate. That, Oh, they're my children. I know. Look how big they are.
Look how gorgeous they all are. It's like
my son is 6'2". My daughter's just got taller than me, actually. She was standing next to me at the stove last night, and we went, oh my gosh. They're so, I mean, yeah. But, you know, I feel fortunate to have been given these opportunities. I mean, I'm really lucky to get to do the work that I care about and to have a family that I care about and to work with these wonderful women at L'Oreal. And, I mean, it's a, you know, you have one life to live, right? You try to make the most of it. That's
Well, you're a role model in all areas, in the activism and the professional, and your beautiful family. I'm so happy to see you. Our thanks to Julianne. For more information about Women of Worth, you can log on to our website. We have it all there for you, and we'll be right back.
Hey, nominate you.
Yeah, you're about to see some of the ultimate homespun solutions to everyday problems around your house that I promise you, you have never thought of. You either. Here to show off these really cool life hacks, please welcome the hosts of Hack My Life, Brooke from Poppelen and Kevin Pereira. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Okay.
Thanks for having us.
I did a double, triple, quadruple take with this
delicious.
one.
Yeah.
But first of all, what's a life hack?
A life hack is basically, it's a term for shortcuts, tips, and tricks.
Anything to make your life easier, save you time, save you
So
some
it's
money,
not
that's
just
it.
bad things that happen to your email.
No, it is not. It's not a Sony hack.
No,
Okay.
it's,
Okay.
you know,
Okay, thanks.
it makes you look at breakfast in a new way. Instead of food just being something that you eat, you look at it and go, I can clean my entire bathroom with this buffet.
In my
Okay.
neighborhood, that's called being poor.
Yeah.
That's me.
Okay, so what are we going to do with the peanut butter?
Okay, so I think we have a model who's joining us in just a moment, but the peanut butter can be used as shaving cream in a pinch if you've run out of your Barbasol or whatever
don't
brand you
believe
use.
you.
Yeah,
I know,
no, it's
it's
true.
weird, but it's a life hack.
Now, I wouldn't try this on my own skin, which is why
We're going to
we
do it
have
to this
a model
gentleman.
here.
Can
So
we
go
help?
ahead.
Can I
Yes.
do that? Here.
So
Yeah, absolutely.
You just want to do a little...
I nominate Cristela.
In there.
Can I do this with my
Yeah, it's much
Yeah.
easier.
Sure.
And you
May
can
as
really
well.
get up under the hairs, and
Okay.
there will be a lawsuit as well.
Okay, you're enjoying this a little too much.
And you can use chunky or smooth. You can also use the peanut butter
Did you see that?
jelly
Did you see that?
pre-mix.
Okay, and then
Yeah, this is great.
And then this is shaving cream.
This is the substitute for the shaving cream. You just use the razor now.
Here, stop caressing him and start shaving.
Oh my God.
And I really
sorry
feel like,
if I cut you.
again, you guys, you want to really just get in there.
Yeah. Oh, and
I just don't want any nicks or cuts or anything. I'm just saying.
Okay, go ahead. Are you nervous, Cristela?
Yeah, no, totally fine.
Are you ready?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
The oils in the peanut butter will actually moisturize and make it nice and easy, and you can get on in there, again, in a pinch. If you're out of shaving cream.
I don't know how to shave guys. I'm sorry.
I know, this is a first for me, too.
Am I killing him?
Can I ask
No, you're doing fine.
Would Nutella work?
I would say no to Nutella, no to Fluffernutter, and don't use chunky peanut butter.
Okay, all right, I got it. That's incredible. We're going to leave Cristela here with the model.
You can stay if you want and
Yeah.
shave.
Okay, Cristela, we'll call you.
And the apple slices do nothing, but they're delicious.
You. Okay.
You're doing great. Skin looks
I
wonderful.
have one of these, and I have to admit I don't make a lot of salad, but I do have one of these. Now, what is an alternate use? Because I think my husband would be so happy.
Yes, so I don't make salads either. I have one of these just sitting around. A salad spinner can be used to dry bathing suits, lingerie if you hand wash at home. It works like a centrifuge, essentially.
Who knew? Okay.
Who knew? You know, it's kind of like, you know, the fancy spas and gyms you go to where you can tumble dry your bathing suit and whatnot. So you can take a soaking wet bathing suit or anything in that category, wring it out.
Okay.
Just give it a good wring first, and then you put it here where salad should go, but who's eating salad? Not me.
It's like a dryer.
It's like a dryer, and so if you want, I'll get it going, but if you want to spin it.
Okay, and the water comes out of the bathing suit.
And make sure you give it a good rinse before you make your next Caesar salad, because you don't want
this salad tastes like my swimsuit.
Exactly.
Right. Okay, let me see.
And what's great is like, you know, you can get a lot of moisture out that way.
For a quick rinse after a dip at the gym or whatever, you want to throw it in your gym bag. You don't want it to be completely soaking wet.
Amazing.
Really not bad.
So handy. So handy. Okay. Now, this is fascinating. We make a lot of eggs. I don't eat the yolk. I know you're supposed to, but I don't. I'm afraid of cholesterol. So how do you separate?
Right. So
this is very interesting.
You order an egg white omelet, and then apparently they hire a wizard to go into the kitchen, and they charge you $60 for him to extract the yolk from it, because that requires it requires a cauldron and a spell.
And like, do you even think they do? See, I think they're messing with you, and they just throw it all in your
They have the time. They just leave it in there, and it's fine.
That's my thing.
Cover it with kale. That's the new health thing. So if you have a water bottle, you can easily take the yolk out of anything.
Okay,
it's kind of fun. Give it a little squeeze.
A little squeeze.
You apply it to the yolk, not too hard.
Not too hard.
And when you let go, the suction pulls it right up.
Okay, you have to. You have to try. Oh my God, I want to do it.
Yeah, go ahead. Just give it a little squeeze. Push it right on the surface.
No, you just squeeze your bottle first. Hang on. Squeeze it, and then.
And the suction should
I'm gonna do
pop
another
that
one.
right.
This is so cool.
Right? It's a miracle!
Mine keeps coming out!
You'll get it. You'll get it.
Squeeze sorcery.
Okay,
I can't do
I'll
it.
come back clean up. I'll bet.
All right. I think that's completely amazing.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, I love that. And I do have egg whites all the time.
Usually you take forever and you get egg all over the oven or the kitchen floor. And
yeah.
Stop showing off.
Amazing. That is amazing. Okay.
All right, and last but not least.
Yeah, I have walnuts and I have scratched furniture, so you're going to show me what I can do with those.
You can absolutely fix that right up.
Okay.
So we did this at a yard sale. We actually went out there, found a couple tables that were nicked up. I took out some walnuts and people thought I was crazy. I didn't prove them wrong. But here's what happens. I have a lot of friends that have cool like chain wallets because they're still stuck in the 90s.
Yes.
And if you nick up your furniture, you can just take a walnut and give it a good scratch, and the oil will come off of the walnut, and you can see it right there.
Fills it in.
Right? This
It'll
is
fill
also
it.
why walnuts are fattening, because there's enough oil to take out a scratch in furniture.
Sure.
I love all of this. You have to come back.
That's amazing.
We're coming back in the next segment
Cleans
for
out right
more, so don't get sad. We're going to try out one more hack. Stay with us. Don't go away.